It's hard.
Marlene Charles Halkett still gets emotional talking about her missing son. Her family has never stopped looking for 16-year-old Kevin Charles. He went missing in 1993 from the north central community of Chittick, along with 67-year-old Mary Goodfellow. Marlene says they had sent Kevin to stay with Goodfellow so he could help her and to get him away from trouble he had been getting in at home on the Little Red Reserve near Prince Albert. Marlene Halkett and Mary Goodfellow were both adopted and grew up together. Halkett says after Mary and Kevin went missing in 1993, her husband never stopped looking for them, but he died without ever finding out what happened to them.
It's been pretty rough and worse now since he's been gone for like 5 years, so it's been by myself, doing it by myself. So, you know, during the years it was good I had help, but it slowly wavered off, so it got harder.
Halkett was with searchers who located an old well near Leoville 2 weeks ago. That well had been identified by Spiritwood RCMP in 2006 after receiving information that it could be where the missing pair had been placed. Officers had taped off the well, but it was never excavated. Debbie Thomas is a missing persons activist and helped the Halketts put up billboards of Kevin and Mary. She believes there may be people out there with information who are afraid to come forward, even after all this time.
To report my tip to the RCMP makes me a rat. And then the other thing is, you're living in that community and you're looking over your shoulder and you don't feel safe in your community no more.
After APTN inquired about the case earlier this month to the RCMP's Historical Crimes Unit, they told us they assigned an officer to review the files. We asked to get an update on what progress has been made by the investigator, but have yet to receive a response. Thomas says she's frustrated by the lack of action on the file by RCMP and feels Indigenous leaders should be stepping up and has been contacting chiefs and councils in the area.
Kevin Charles is a member of Montreal Lake. Mary Goodfellow is a member of Pelican Lake. You should be supporting Marlene in getting that well dug up. You should be making the RCMP responsible or answer to the fact that they overlooked a tip for 15 years that should have been dug out 15 years ago. Maybe Marlene could have had closure.
Thomas says families should not have to look for justice on their own and says an independent missing persons office is needed. I'll have more on that story next week. Leanne Sanders, APTN National News, Prince Albert.